you've been deep diving into this Bigfoot thing.
So Bigfoot, everybody knows what Bigfoot is. Bigfoot is one of the things that I just didn't know enough about. Let me see if I can find the best evidence of what's really going on out there. Why are so many people dedicating their lives to this topic? So I'm going to start with a story, a scary story. So this is Northern California, 1888, a place called Dead Man's Hole. People start going missing, right? They start finding a few of them. The bodies are mangled. They're strangled to death and then beaten to death. And then parts of them are eaten right off the bone. Something is eating people. And now we're up to 7 missing people at this point. So hunters start tracking whatever this thing is based on the last murder. And they track up into this dense forested area in Northern California. And then they see something. They see something big. It's hairy. But it walks like a man. It sees them. They see it running in these long, narrow strides. So the hunters, they see this thing and they give chase. They say its hands look like a man's hands. Its arms look like a man's arms, but much longer. It stands over 6 feet tall at least. And they give chase. The thing is climbing and running through the forest on 2 legs, never goes down to 4.
Bipedal. Yeah.
It's bipedal. And it's running to try to get to a cave. As it starts climbing, one guy racks his shotgun, takes a shot, knocks it right down. Dead.
He kills it.
Yeah. And this was tracked from a murder site. So they know that whatever they just shot is responsible for this murder. So the hunters, they get to the body and they, in great detail, report back to the local news at the time what this thing looked like. They said that it had a face like a man, but like scrunched, that its skin was thick and kind of wrinkly. They talk about its arms being long, but it having 5 fingers, opposable thumbs, just like a man. But its feet were huge. They said it weighed, even though its head was small, the same size as a man's head, that its body weighed over 400 pounds, that its body was giant compared to the size of its head, and that it had padded hands, padded feet like a dog, but light in color, like pale. So they know this isn't a man, but it's not a gorilla. It's not a bear. It's something that looks like a man, eyes like a man, its skin
creepy,
thick,
eyes like a man.
Yeah. And they kill this thing. So they report back what they killed. The murders stop. The disappearances stop. They go into the cave where it was headed. They find the remaining bodies of the missing people. It was killing and dragging these people off to its cave and eating them. So these reports have been going back a long time. Even before that, there were reports of what they would call wild men. They called them wild men because they were out in the middle of the forest, covered in hair, and I don't think they really knew what to call it. They just called it a wild man. Whatever they killed that day, we don't know anything about it because they killed it. But somebody named David Paulides, he does deep dives into missing people in national parks. He put out a call. Anybody who has DNA evidence that they believe came from a Bigfoot, we're talking firsthand witness sightings of a Bigfoot, you went to where you saw it and you found hair, send it to me to be tested. And did he get a hit?
No.
No. And
really?
Let's look at that. Yeah.
Him with the green tie.
It sounds like something I would make up. It really does.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Went on and wrote in the comments,
I was going to say, that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah.
we got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods.